Welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Frog Detective: The Entire Mystery. You're a detective and a frog. It's time to solve three thrilling mysteries. Play as the number two best investigator as you find clues, question silly suspects, and look through things through your magnifying glass. Some naysayers have called the magnifying glass useless, but what do they know? Um, so, yeah, you are a detective who is a frog. Um, Worth noting, we are covering specifically the Nintendo Switch version, which bundles three cases, read games, into one package. And Gulix was assigned duties here, so over to him.
It's still not a super huge package either. These cases are pretty small. So yeah, you're a detective who's a frog. You get cases that send you to places to deal. Also, everyone else is also an animal with pretty few repeats. Um, you get cases that send you to locations to solve them. Many of these cases are a bit on the silly side, and many weird things happen. Your primary method of solving the cases is talking to the people involved and either doing things for them or bringing them things. Um, I mostly played the first case, but the other ones, from what I've seen, seem to be fairly similar, although a bit more detailed in some ways. Like the first one is quite short. I think I finished it in like half an hour or something. And that was with not figuring out where one of the people I had to interact with because he was around a corner. Um, the Switch version doesn't have achievements, so you don't have to worry about that. Apparently, each one of the cases has like one or two achievements on the Steam version that can be missed out of all of the achievements on them. But that's irrelevant here. If you like quirky cartoon animal people uh, and humor, this is fairly humorous and interesting, but it's also relatively low key and not like super like stress inducing unless like for the first case, which is called the Haunted Mansion or Haunted Island, if you are triggered by mentions of ghosts, even though there's not an actual ghost in it. Spoilers. You might find it a little bit stressful, but otherwise it's fairly low key. There is a dedicated magnifying glass button. I'm not convinced you ever need to do a magnifying glass thing. There is a character that you literally need to give a magnifying glass to, but you have to get another one to do it. The art style is this very borderless, cel-shaded type thing. Simplified art style. It's fairly charming, though it does look like it could be on a teacup or something. There are a couple of humorous author inserts talking directly to the player about how the characters are talking about doing something that is a bad idea or not safe or something, and you should not do that, which I assume is mostly a joke, not because it isn't real advice, but because most people wouldn't need to hear it from a lady who made a video game. So yeah, I'd say overall it's pretty cute and harmless, but not really anything super amazing.
Sounds like it.
Um, what are we talking about price-wise? While I think about if I have anything else to mention.
Well, the entire mystery, it is wrapped up for your buying pleasure at a price of $19.95. No,
For all three cases, I guess that could be okay.
like
Just
chapter
don't.
one. Chapter one on Steam was $5.
Yeah. So it's not that unreasonable. Assuming you're into a game where, to clarify, this is actually a game where you're in a 3D environment and you can walk around, and you do have a little bit of point and click, but most of stuff is dealt with in dialogue. So yeah,
like if you want to pick up the entire package on Steam, you can get it for $13.47.
yeah, that's probably a better deal.
Hmm.
I would probably get it more with less reservation at around that price tag. At 20, it's got to be like you really find this art style charming. But in either case, I think it says the case. You said the case one is available for much less.
Well, yeah, each individual package is $5.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that might be worth it if you're not sure, but you think you might be interested.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't want to spoil it because the story is pretty short as it is. So if I tell you what you need to do to solve the puzzles, there will be even less reason for you to consider buying it. So I won't.
It would not be wise to do that.
Mm-hmm. I think that's about all I got.
All right. So yeah, that'll about do it for Frog Detective here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Clone Drone in the Danger Zone.